Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. I have a very special author with me today. You're going to love his book. You're going to love his story. Let's welcome Bob Archuleta. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Miriam. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm excited that you're here. Let's show everybody your book and please tell them the title.
This is my book, and it's Christine's Magical Smile.
Oh, I love it.
I,
What a beautiful cover. It makes you smile. So, Bob,
Thank
tell
you.
us what inspired you to write this book?
Well, my daughter, Christine, was an amazing child, and she was my inspiration and inspired me in many, many ways. And the story is about one particular event in our lives that she inspired that led to the foundation of a pediatric hospice and palliative care program. But Christine was an amazing child who was very full of herself, loved life, loved her friends, lived every life fully. But she was creative, she was brilliant, she was beautiful, she was always positive, always smiling, and she had grit and worked hard. She was determined. She never stopped trying. I remember Felice telling a story about Christine that when she first applied to medical school, she received several rejections. And my wife, Felice, used to say that she could wallpaper her room with the rejections. But she announced that she was going to apply a second time and a third time if it was necessary to get in. So she went and got her medical master's in health sciences and then reapplied after doing uh, clerkships, and she was admitted to several medical schools and did go to George Washington University Medical Center and received her MD. And she was just that kind of determined person, and was very inspiring to everyone who knew her.
Hmm. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Bob. And I mean, she had a lot of persistence. I love seeing her as a little girl in a book.
Mhm.
So, Bob, please tell us what is the book about and who you would say that it's for.
It's for children from 4 to 8, maybe up to 10 years of age. I think children would enjoy, and maybe even older children, because what it does is it promotes smiling, which my feeling is that children should learn and do learn to smile very young, months of age, and they're already smiling. They were given, God given, 17 muscles to smile, and I think that's for a very definite purpose to improve their lives, to improve their health, and not only their physical health, but their emotional health, their behavioral health, their community connectedness, their spiritual health, social health. Smiles are important, and the book is about smiling and how Christine, on the first day of school, decided that she was going to smile and make everything
Hmm.
better because she was worried about starting that first day in school.
Yeah.
And she learned that smiling is important and does result in good things. And so the book is about that journey and that inspiration, and how her smile did inspire Felice, my wife, and I to start a foundation to help those that she and her class wanted to help, and that was sick children and children dying of a chronic illness. And so Noah's Children Pediatric Hospice and Palliative Care was founded to honor that inspiration.
Hmm. You are so inspiring, Bob. I have to say, I mean, so many foundations that you've started, you're doing so not only with your job, you're helping people, but all the foundations that you've started, also continuing the memory of your daughter and your wife. It's just truly, truly so inspiring. And so you all know, I just asked Bob, I said, have you retired? Are you retiring? And he said, I'm looking forward to celebrating my 50th year as a doctor. Is there anything else you'd like to share to that so people get to know you a little bit more?
Well, I love what I do. I love pediatrics. I love taking care of children and families and parents. And I've learned so much from children and families, not only my children in my pediatric practice, but when I founded Noah's Children Pediatric Hospice, I felt like if I was going to be medical director of a program, I needed to become an expert. So I did become certified as a hospice and palliative care physician, and I was medical
Mhm.
director for 22 years. And all of those very special patients and families taught me so much. And so I've been given so much by the pediatric population, and my intention with the foundations has been to not only honor Christine's memory and legacy and her interest in helping our community as an OBGYN physician, but also to honor all the patients and families that I've taken care of over the years.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Bob. Thank you for putting such a great book out in the world. And of course, to promote smiling. I mean, what child won't love that book? What is it that you hope that parents and kids will take away from this book?
Well, I hope that they all learn that they do have magical smiles, that their smile is special. Maybe every child's smile is a little bit different, but it's very, very special. It's their smile. And they should know how important smiling is, not only to engage whoever their friends are or who they're connecting with, but it says so much about the child themselves, and it really does promote their overall good health. It
Hmm.
promotes their physical and emotional health and behavioral health. And those are such important components in today's world with so many children facing anxiety and facing
Hmm.
sadness. And I'm sad to say that this day and age, for this past year, the number one cause of death in children are guns because of the amount of sadness and the amount of anxiety and too much meanness, and smiling
Yeah.
can play a big role in erasing
Hmm.
some of those challenges that the world
Hmm.
faces. I think smiles can make the
Yeah.
world better.
Yes, yes. You are absolutely right. So I want to just share with everybody that the book is such a fun book that communicates exactly that message. So, friends, I'm going to suggest that you grab a copy of this book, grab a couple of copies of Christine's Magical Smile. It's available today on Amazon. It's book launch day. It's an exciting day. So go there. I've got the soft cover. It's there in hardcover and ebook format also. So, Bob, you've had a full career as a doctor. Let's talk now about you as a children's book author. How long have you been thinking about writing for? Is this a recent dream or has this been a long-term dream for you?
Now it's been through my grief journey after losing Christine and Felice in the last 3 years. And my grief counselor talked with me over the last 3 years about how important it was to establish meaning for those who
Mm.
have been lost. And she talked about journaling as being a therapeutic exercise. And so I did journal, and I did listen to her advice to list the things I remembered that Christine had taught me. And before I knew it, I had 50 plus uh, uh, things that Christine had taught me. And so I felt like I should use those lessons that I had learned from her to help other children and other families, and so that was my inspiration, um, and I'm delighted to know that I have other many lessons that I'd like to share. And so hopefully this will lead to a series of books about
Mhm.
Christine's magical inspiration and how she can inspire others.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. So this has been a fairly new dream, and of course, so much inspiration. I love that you listened to your grief counselor because now we can all enjoy such a beautiful book. So let's talk about that journey. What would you say was the biggest challenge when writing this book?
Um, Thank you so much, Miriam. Yes, it's been a very healing journey in writing the book,
Hmm.
and very meaningful. And I am hopeful that since all the proceeds from the sale of the book are going to be going to two foundations that were very important to Christine, the Noah's Children Hospice and Palliative Care Endowment, and also to the Christine Archuleta Legacy Fund that's been established at VCU Medicine to be used by the Department of OBGYN, where she would have been a resident.
Mhm.
So, two foundations that I hope will confirm the importance of her life and memory and establish her legacy.
Yes, yes. So, friends, all of the proceeds are going to those two amazing, amazing foundations. So, Bob, tell us a little bit about the writing part, about you becoming an author. Were there any challenges in writing or publishing the book for you? This was something new.
Well, it's very new, and so there's been many challenges, but I've also been absolutely thrilled with working with Miriam Laundry Publishing, and you have a tremendous team. Your
Mhm,
editing staff, your book designers, your administrative staff, the amount of support and kindness that I've been given through this process has really made it a very meaningful journey. And even
mhm,
though there have been challenges, they've been easily overcome because of your team that you've assembled. And then the master class team that I've met through Believe 24 that was held, and I met 100 other children's book authors, and it's an amazing team that supports each other, and that's what
mhm.
allows this to happen.
Oh, well, I love hearing that. I'm so glad, Bob, and I'm so glad to have met you in person last year here in Niagara Falls, which is
Yeah.
just phenomenal. So good. Let's talk about lessons then. Were there any lessons for you that you learned during the publishing process?
Um, well, I think staying true to why you're doing what you're doing, and
Hmm.
understanding your why and staying true to that, and knowing that you're doing something new. So there's going to be challenges, but being willing to learn and being willing to realize what that dream is, and that someday it'll be celebrated, and I'm there.
Yes.
So it's been
Yeah,
great.
you're here. We're celebrating your book launch today. What would you say is the best part of accomplishing this dream for you, this of publishing your children's book?
Well, being able to hold it in my hands for sure, and
Hmm.
being able to share how magical Christine was as a child, and through her 31 years of life, and being able to share all the many lessons that she has taught me, and to just continue her legacy. It
Hmm.
will be a wonderful process of being able to share her story, and hopefully raise a lot of money for the two foundations that the proceeds will go to. And so I'm looking forward to the process going forward now that it's
Hmm.
out in print. And so I would hope that it's going to sell 1 million copies.
Oh,
Uh, but that's a big wish.
yes. Well, anything is possible. I love your determination, your drive. You mentioned focusing on the why, and I think that's so important for all of us, for all of our viewers watching. If you're writing a children's book, and I know that a lot of you watching are aspiring children's book authors, focus on why is it that you want to write this book, right? For Bob, it's remembering his daughter and sharing his daughter with the rest of the world. And I think on those hard days when we talked about technology or social media being a challenge pre interview, on those days when things just seem like it's too much, remembering why we're doing something is what's going to help us get through those difficult days. Bob, I love that you have put so much love into this book. I think we can all feel it. I know that everybody that buys the book and reads the book, first of all, your kids are going to love it. But then as a parent, as a grandparent, we know the meaning behind this book, and it's so special. Bob, here you are now a children's book author. What advice do you have for an aspiring author who may be watching?
Well, it wouldn't have happened without the team that I've surrounded myself with. And so I think to do this on your own is just I can't imagine how difficult that would be, and I don't see myself having accomplished being here today if I didn't have uh, your expertise and your team and all the other authors that I've met in this year's journey of uh, becoming a children's book author. It's just a
Hmm.
wonderful journey.
Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you. So, besides going to Amazon, because friends, remember, go to Amazon today and grab a copy of Christine's Magical Smile. Where else can our viewers find you?
I've launched a website, and it not only talks about Christine's Magical Smile, and it also talks about Christine's House, which is uh, another foundation that I had started that honors Christine by utilizing her house that she was going to live in during her OBGYN residency. It's in historic Richmond area, and it's being used by the Department of OBGYN for students, medical students who are interested in OBGYN, and they live in Christine's house and then do an internship at VCU. And there's also information about a blog that I've started. And that website that people can access the book is www.drbobarchuleta.com.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. When do you rest, Bob? Wow, you do so much.
Well, I think keeping busy has been very healing for me.
Yeah.
And, so,
Yes.
and I've
Yes.
always kept busy.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Of course. It just there are so many foundations and so much that you're involved in, and I love that. And we get to share that and learn a little bit about you. So, Bob, before we go, is there anything else that you would like to share? Anything that you wish I would have asked you?
No, I think you've been very, very thorough, and it's wonderful being with you today. And there again, I just am so grateful for the help that Miriam Laundry Publishing has given to me through this journey, and I can't thank you enough.
Oh, well, thank you, Bob. We're so glad. We're so happy to have worked with you and happy that this book is out in the world. Friends, thank you so much for being here. You know what to do. Go find Bob and go to Amazon and grab a copy of this wonderful book. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you.